So we're not going to circumvent this by saying, oh, we're just going to let our husband make the trades. We're just going to let our daughter make the trades. No, 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 no. If you want to trade stocks, you can't be doing it while a member of the House of Congress, as a senator, or as a president, or anybody else. Oh, Congress and Senate and the Senate are about to get real hot and spicy with some drama lately. There is a new stock trading ban that's been proposed by Senator Josh Hawley, and there are some really, really upset colleagues of his who are about to lose a ton of money. And if you're just tuning in, my name is Christopher Yule, and we cover the biggest headlines of the day and what the AI trading data says about it. And if you're interested in that too, be sure to definitely hit the subscribe button down below. And start trading with AI today. Go to ovtlyr.com to see why outliers win. Now, to the biggest story of the day. Senators Gila and Hawley introduced a landmark bill to ban stock trading and ownership by Congress, the executive branch, and their families, right? So we're not going to circumvent this by saying, oh, we're just going to let our husband make the trades. We're just going to let our daughter make the trades. No, 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 no. They knew that the politicians would be sneaky and oily enough to figure that out, so they wanted to make sure that that had no chance of happening. The bill bans stock trading, stock ownership, and blind trust, imposes heavy penalties for executive branch stock trading, and requires reporting of federal benefits, creates additional transparency, and increases transaction reporting penalties. Basically, they're saying, listen, if you want to trade stocks, you can't be doing it while a member of the House of Congress, as a senator, or as a president, or anybody else in this world. We don't want you trying to screw over the American public like you've been doing for ages, right? Sunlight is the best disinfectant. And it's critical that the American people know that their elected leaders are putting the public first and not just looking for ways to line their own pockets. But that's been the thing with politicians forever, right? I want to get in office so that I can figure out a way to control the system. And when I control the system, I make the rules. And when I make the rules, I make the money. That's basically what the politicians have always been like, and we've all seen it. But now we're finally getting someone in the politician sphere to start pushing back against them and saying, we're not taking this anymore. We want you to work for the American people, not for your millions and millions of dollars. In fact, Dianne Feinstein, who just recently passed away, her net worth was over $100 million. She owned 4 private mansions, I believe I saw, and a $62 million jet. She owned a jet, one jet, from one family for $62 million. And she had been a senator until she was 90 or something whenever she passed away. We don't need politicians like that. We need politicians who are getting in there and doing what the American people need us to do, and that is not basically stealing money out of the stock market to put in their pockets. Article goes on to say it prohibits stock members, the president, prohibits members of Congress, the president, vice president, senior executive branch members, and their spouses and dependents from holding or trading stocks. And failure to comply means heavy penalties of even at least 10% of the value of the prohibited investments. So if somebody decided to get a little bit tricky, somebody decided, you know what? If I can't do it, I'm going to let my wife do it. And they're like, oh, I can't do this. Well, if my wife can't do it, maybe my son can do it. Oh, maybe I can't do this. But maybe I can find a way to have my cousin do it, right? But if they still get caught, they're going to get 10% of that as a penalty, right? So let's say they invest $1 million in something that they know is about to happen. They know is about to pop off. Maybe it's even worth it to them to keep that investment if they only lose 10%, but they're going to make 20% on the investment. That's the way that these politicians' minds work. They don't think, oh, I'm going to be discouraged because I'm going to lose 10%. They think, is 10% worth the cost? So I don't know if the stock trading ban is even going to work because that's the kind of people that you're dealing with here, right? But the vast majority of Americans believe stock trading should be banned for members of Congress and top executive branch officials. At least 63% of Americans support banning stock trading for members of Congress and their families, as well as the president and all the other top officials in the government. And I do too, right? We've seen this time after time. In fact, let's talk about our friend Nancy Pelosi, right? How did Nancy Pelosi make her money? Well, as Speaker of the House, she earns $223,000 a year, which is a great salary. But somehow she's worth over $100 million. Let's do quick math real quick, right? All right, let's say $100 million. 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. That's a lot of zeros. Divided by 500. That would take Nancy, if she did nothing else but her job, 447 years. Now, granted, she does look like a 447-year-old vampire, but it would take her 447 years of working to earn $100 million. Yet, she's probably made even more than that in the last couple years because of all the stock trading she's done. Let's see. According to this, a watchdog group, Nancy Pelosi had a net worth of $114 million in 2019. And it wouldn't be surprised at all if she had twice that much in 2023. Now, earlier this year, when the proposal for this stock trading ban started, she actually came out and she was one of the most vocal people saying, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. No, I don't really see the reason. What's the point of banning this, right? She is quoted as saying, we have a free market economy. They should be able to participate in that, right? We have a free market economy. If I got the job where I make the rules, then I should be able to participate in making the money. And then, after very strong negative reaction from the public, she later begrudgingly agreed to even consider the ban. And she says, I'll do it if other people want to. But no, she's not going to do it. She doesn't want to. Why would she want to, right? When she's the one who makes the rules, or she's one of the people who helps make the rules that thereby helps make the money. Yeah, I don't think she's making any concessions. Or maybe she is because she's like 107 years old and she doesn't need any more money. But let's take a look at what the AI trading data says about the S&P 500, which actually got a sell signal back on September 18th. And by following these signals, we've generated a 98.64% return using these signals. So if you want to get access to this data and these signals, go to ovtlyr.com to see why outliers win. Now let's go see what the internet, what the comments are saying about this, right? Let's see. I marked a few here. The idea is meaningful, and for that reason, it has no chance, right? The idea is awesome, but because it is a great idea, there's no way the politicians are going to let it happen. They make a killing with all the insider info they got. And in fact, I don't know the laws, but I did hear something, this is just hearsay, that says like, you are not allowed to do insider trading, right? If you know something's about to happen, you are not allowed to go and buy up the stock or sell the stock or whatever the case is to front run what the news is going to be. But politicians are actually exempt from that. So they can literally do this and not be charged under federal law, whereas you and I, the regular people, we're freaking screwed. It makes no sense, right? Nancy Pelosi has an annual salary of $193, which we know is not exactly right. And she managed to increase her net worth by $290 million through stock trades and lobbying, right? And of course, like we just did the math earlier, that would take basically 500 years for her to do. And that is not something that the majority of people are willing to tolerate. The fact that they are putting in their days of work, not getting paid appropriately, yet they see these type of politicians just absolutely murdering the game, taking all the money out of the market, and at the same time, not helping the American public like they're looking for. Hey, if you like this video, YouTube thinks you're going to love one of these two. Thanks for tuning in to today's Outlier Live. I'll see you on the next episode.